What's up, guys? It's episode 346. Welcome back to the show.
I'll never slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement. I don't ever slow up, no I don't take sh- I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make a statement.
Hey, what's up? It's Jacqueline. Welcome back to the show. Welcome back to the show and welcome to my birthday party, okay? It's my birthday. I'm recording a podcast on my birthday. I know I mentioned that last week. I said next Friday's my birthday. I'm probably going to record a podcast because that's all I want to do ever. And why not? I have the day off from work. And so here we are. It's my birthday. I'm honestly in the mood to kind of do whatever the fuck I want because it's I already do that on my show. But by what I mean by doing whatever the fuck I want, I just got an edible arrangements delivery and I really just want to sit here and do like a live taste test of these chocolate covered fruits, and because I've never gotten an edible arrangement before. And I remember growing up, I'd see the commercials and I was always like, oh my god, that looks so good, like getting the big, this isn't a bouquet, this is like a box of chocolates, but it's like a box of chocolate covered fruit anyways. So like literally I want to start this episode off with a misophonia heavy. If you have misophonia, please tune out. I'm going to be chewing. You're going to hear a lot of chewing noises. This is probably not going to be the best audio experience, but good news, I also provide a visual experience here on the Jacqueline Monroe Show. Go over to YouTube or Spotify to watch me eat these. So I think we're going to start off with the edible arrangements taste test because it's my birthday. I haven't really had like cake or ice cream yet. It's currently 11:36 a.m. I had a protein shake right before this. So this is going to be breakfast number 2. Anyways, we're going to do that. Then we're going to talk about Threads, Instagram's new Twitter esque app they just rolled out yesterday. We're gonna talk about Threads, Kim Kardashian dating Tom Brady allegedly. We're gonna talk about, I went to LA last week and I'll recap that. I'm gonna recap my 4th of July. We gotta talk about this lady freaking out about seeing a shapeshifter on an American Airlines flight. What else is happening? The Barbie excuse me, I'm screaming. The Barbie movie. Something I thought about for the PGA, because I keep talking about how the PGA needs a rebrand. I'll probably touch on that at the end. Yeah, let's just get into it. First, I didn't plug anything yet. Please head over to patreon.com/tjms and sign up to become a patron. That will give you access to 2 bonus podcasts and 1 vlog a month. Patreon.com/tjms. It's $5. Go sign up today. Support your local podcast host. You know, fuck it. I'm going to ask for money for my birthday, or ask for your patronship for my birthday. All I want as a listener right now, if you want to give me the best birthday present ever, please go to patreon.com/tjms and sign up for $5 a month and join the club, join the behind the scenes, look into my life. Because, okay, I was editing our Charlotte vlog, from June, and what I love about it is I kind of control the content. No, I do. I control the look, the feel, the taste, the aesthetic of myself on my Instagram, especially, and my podcast a little bit. Like, I'm always trying to look as snatched as possible here. So what I loved when I was editing the Charlotte vlog, I was like, wait, this is like the angles, you know, the lack of good, the lighting sucks, the angles suck. What I'm talking about is very like raw, like it's the behind the scenes of like me and Corey in the car and like us in the hotel room and shit. Like it was just like, wow, like I'm really, it is a very intimate window into my life. So patreon.com/tjms. If you're like nosy and want to like see what else is up besides what you hear here on the podcast, go sign up. patreon.com/tjms. TikTok, Instagram, Jacqueline Monroe. Subscribe to the podcast. That's probably the first thing I should have said. Please subscribe to the podcast if you haven't already. I'm on Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, Breaker, wherever you listen to podcasts. Subscribe and leave a review. Please leave a review. Oh my God, wait, what do I want more? Your $5 or your review? Both would help me as as a listener, as a supporter of the show. The most impactful thing you could probably do today is leave me a 5-star review on the Apple or Spotify apps. And the second best thing you could do is become a patron. Cool. Review and sign up to be a Patreon, patreon.com/tjmss. I think I said that 15 times. If it's not, I should do a jingle. I should have like a patreon.com/t. I got all kinds of ideas. Okay, let's eat these goddamn chocolate covered edible arrangements and like, yeah, I'm excited. Cool. All right. Okay, please go over to YouTube or Spotify to watch the taste test. I was just thinking about it for a sec. I was like, oh my God, I should have done like the 10,000 calorie challenge for my birthday. Just eat a bunch of cake all day. You know, I could actually finish that and with no problem. If you've listened to my previous episodes, you know why. Okay, so speaking of which, I met this amazing woman in the sauna today and we bonded over like binge eating and eating disorder stuff, and it was really therapeutic. I was like, thank God someone else gets me. I mean, well, she was telling me about her cancer, so there was that, and then it like somehow it went from cancer, depression, eating disorders, and I was like, bitch, I get you. We were just bonding over like the crazy shit we've done. She's like, were you bulimic? And I was like, yeah. Okay, wait, I do have an entire episode on this. I don't know, like, trigger warning, I'm talking about. Remember how like, okay, whatever. I have a literal, I think it's almost 3 hours. I have a literal podcast detailing my entire eating disorder story, if you're curious. So I think it's like a year ago I posted it. But one thing I could do today is I can mention things that I've overcame in my 20s. Because I'm not 30 yet. Let's just, okay. Do I want to say, I'll just say how old I am. I think you guys already know. I'm 29 today. 29. Not 30 yet. It's just, I felt so great when I woke up this morning, knowing that I'm still not 30. And this is the last year you're going to feel this way. Okay. So really cherish it. I'm not scared to turn 30. Like, it's not one of those things where I'm like, oh, I don't want to be 30, but I don't know. I'm just like, still, I just feel like, I think once you hit 20, if I could just be 24, 25, 26 forever, that'd be cool. Like something about 28, 29, and then you're like 30. It's just like, fuck. But I'm happily engaged at this point. I'll be married by 30. I have a great dog. I overcame my eating disorder. I found my passion in my 20s. These are like, I should go, probably at the end of the episode, I'll go through all the beautiful things that have happened to me in the last 29 years, or like what I've learned about myself and shit like that. So edible.com, if you want to edible arrangements, head over to edible.com. Not sponsored. I just saw it on the side of the box. So when you open the box, it's beautiful. There's like little flowers and cute stuff, and it has this little like top sheet so they don't get all fucked up in the delivery process. So this is cool. All right. So I'm going to remove that. And it looks like just, okay, this is my first impression of these. Let me try to show the camera. My first impression of these chocolate covered fruits. First of all, I immediately texted Corey because his mom, did I mention his mom got these for me? I called his mom and then I texted Corey a picture of it. And I was like, I'm so glad you hate fruit because bitch, you're not eating any of these. He does not. I was trying to feed him a Rainier cherry last night. Like, I try so hard. Like, I got strawberries, raspberries, blueberries over last week. I've gotten like watermelon. I've gotten plums, peaches. He loves the way I say peaches. I keep buying fruit, right? And I'm like, I know, like, okay, at some point I'm going to figure out his fruit, because right now apples and bananas are all he cares about. And he's calling me right now. Maybe we should have this conversation over the phone together. Hi, honey, you're on the podcast. I'm recording right now.
Oh, well, I'll talk to you after. Sorry.
Why do you hate fruit?
it's just the consistency is it just grosses me out. It just, I don't know. It's just slimy and it's so mental.
It's mental.
So
what are your top 2 favorite fruits? I think I was about to just say this on the podcast.
Well, I mean, very boring. Apples and bananas.
Yeah, he's an what about oranges though?
Oranges, I can stomach oranges.
Okay.
I can do some strawberries too with a knife to my throat, but other than that.
What about a strawberry dipped in chocolate?
Well, you mean the ones under the table?
Yeah, I'm about to do a live taste test. I'm saying fuck it. I'm going to try each one on my podcast because it's my birthday.
It's your birthday.
It's my birthday. Do you want to say anything else?
Well, I just got my first coaching client.
Oh, fuck yeah. Okay.
Bada bing.
Cool.
Those horrible videos worked.
Did you get one from one of those videos?
Yeah.
Damn.
I know. Guy I haven't talked to in years says he wants to find more real estate. He needs my help. So
nice.
Yeah.
Damn. You never know who's watching your Instagram story.
You never know. So now I get to double down and do some good ones. So I need your help.
Nice. Do you want me to tell them about that, or should we save that for like the vlog?
We'll save it for the vlog.
We'll save it for patreon.com/tjms vlog, July vlog.
Absolutely. Well, hope you're having a good day.
I am about to eat these chocolate things and then I'm going to talk about like LA, 4th of July and like news stuff. Okay. Is Tom Brady, this is my question for you before you go. Is Tom Brady penetrating Kim Kardashian?
I mean, does the bear shit in the woods? You got to dip your sauce for a little bit before you test drive the car, but I don't think he's going to date her.
The body types just don't make, I mean.
No, I just think they have too much drama and poison to where they take down the men.
Are you talking about the Kardashians?
They're like a swarm of bees. Yeah. Yeah. Look at it. There's bad track records.
I mean, you have a point, but okay.
I do.
So you're saying yes?
I'm saying he's having fun. He's a single guy, probably having some fun.
Corey says he confirmed or he wants to. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Nice. Well. Goodbye.
Yeah. Goodbye. Have a good night. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Okay. So what are you doing?
Just going to share with you that news, but now that I'm on the cast, just letting you know what happened.
Okay. Well, congrats, and I'll call you after.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right.
Bye,
love
everyone.
you.
Love you too.
Bye. That's funny. So yeah, his top fruits are apples and bananas. He's like very simple like that. But I got Rainier cherries from Washington. They were at the little market by our house, and I was like, oh my God, these are like my favorite. I grew up on these, and I literally was like, Corey, just one cherry. One fucking cherry. Just one cherry. That's all I'm asking. You don't have to eat 10 of them. Just take a bite. Take a half a bite. It was like he was repulsed. He's like, no. So, and I was like, this lack of liking fruit says a lot about you. And then he like grabs the whipped cream can and just like goes to town. Anyways, whatever. What am I saying? I'm not shaming him about his fat kid taste buds because I have those too. Okay, you gotta. It's all about balance. Okay, he likes what he likes, doesn't like what he doesn't like. Okay, so back to the box of edible arrangements. This is my first impression, or like what my prediction is, because they're covered in chocolate. Obviously, I'm looking at a strawberry in the middle here, the middle row. The top, it could be apples, but it also could be, this could be a few things. The top row could be oranges, because chocolate and orange go together. Apples and chocolate kind of don't make sense, but it could, the shape of it looks like an apple, or it could be pears, you know, like it could be a lot of things, but I'm going to guess oranges because I'm thinking of the Terry's chocolate orange during Christmas time, like chocolate and orange go together. Now, the bottom row is really throwing me a curveball. You can't really see them on camera. Let me pull one up. Now, these are straight up shaped like marshmallows. And if you know anything about me, the only way I will put a marshmallow in my mouth is if it's burnt on a campfire, fully blackened by fire. I do not eat, like, that's another thing about Corey. He'll take that jet puffed marshmallow bag, like it'll just be in the cupboard or whatever, and like just eat the plain marshmallow by itself. Anyways, but let me show the camera. These are like kind of like, what's the cylindrical? What's a can shape? Cylindrical? Holy fuck. I think that's what it is. Cylinder. Yeah. And they're covered in white chocolate. So let's just dive into it. I'm going to start basic and simple and straightforward here with the, should I get the biggest one? I'm getting the biggest one. We're going to start with the chocolate covered strawberry. Okay. Close your ears if you have misophonia. Oh my God. The chocolate is very good. Okay. Just what I thought, but the chocolate is very good. Chocolate covered strawberry. Can't really beat it. It's a perfect food. Now we're going to try this orange / apple shaped one. Leave a comment if you think this is an orange or an apple. I kind of feel like it's an apple. Why does it look like it has a rind on it? Oh, look at underneath. Oh my God. This might be a pear. Wait, what if there's different ones? What if these other ones are something else? This has an exposed bottom on it. And I'm guessing it's either a pear or a Granny Smith apple. Let's try it. Oh. I don't have a napkin. Shit. That's an apple. That's an apple. Are the other ones also apples? This kind of looks like an orange. Also an apple. Okay. I kind of think they're all apples. Because why would each row looks like it's the same. That's very good. Very good. Okay. Now we're going to go to the mystery row. Maybe it's a marshmallow row. And we're just going to raw dog it. I'm not even going to I'm going to do a big bite. Oh my God. Oh my God. First of all, my dumbass is thinking this is a marshmallow. And if I was really, if I had to think about it, I don't think I've ever seen anything other than fruit in an edible arrangements commercial. This is a banana. Okay. This is a chocolate covered banana. It's amazing. It's amazing. Cool. Apples, strawberries, banana, dipped in chocolate. Go over to YouTube or Spotify to rewatch me do that. I will be eating this entire box before Corey gets home. Wow. God damn, that's good. Woo! Chocolate covered fruit is, especially the strawberries, like so good. Okay, that was fun. I'm going to do a little face check in the mirror here before we move to the next topics because I feel like I have chocolate all over myself. We're good. I'm going to just do my little lip gloss. Cool. So edible arrangements are a 10 out of 10 gift if you want to give someone a gift on their birthday or for a special occasion. Big fan of edible arrangements now. I mean, I always was before I got this box, but like now I know for sure that I am because I actually got to try it. Also, because I'm looking at the viewfinder right now and I'm also looking in the mirror, I would like to give myself a round of applause, or please join me in a moment of silence and a round of applause for not overdoing the makeup today. Okay. This is my issue when I record my podcast. I literally full glam, do the lashes, do like 6 layers of makeup. And it takes so long, and I feel like it's not what I really look like ever. Like, it's only when I'm podcasting, and it's like fun to do and everything. But today I was like, I'm gonna just do a fresh everyday makeup look. It's my birthday. Why would I want to look like anyone other than myself? Or like, I feel like this is like this is a better on camera look for me. And I also got a message from my mom. She's like, you look so much better without makeup. And like, it's my mom, of course she's gonna say that, but sometimes when I post clips of myself on my podcast, I'm like, this is a lot of makeup. So we toned it back today, and it took me like literally 10 minutes, and I'm very proud of that. So by the way, we'll talk about the 4th of July, but like, I had another breakdown. I never have like a full fucking meltdown where I'm like screaming, kicking, crying. It's never like that. It's just me vocalizing my like the chaos in my brain, and just being like, this is what I'm going through mentally right now, and this is what I'm stressed out about. And literally my thing right now in my life, my like hurdle to jump and cross and overcome, is feeling like there are not enough hours in a day to do what I'm trying to get done. And I'm sure that's super relatable. Like, everyone says that. They're like, there's not enough hours in the day. My to-do list is never done, blah, 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 blah. And you make time for things, right? Like, yes, you have time. Yes, there is enough time. It's about prioritizing your time. It's about, spending the hours you need to get something done, like being super focused and just getting it done, right? But anyways, I'll talk about what happened on the 4th of July. But like, I'm proud of myself. Anyways, the reason I'm saying this is like, today was a win for me as far as getting my time back, or giving myself more time back, because I didn't black out and do a full face of makeup before the podcast and spend an hour and a half doing it. Like, now I'll have more time to do something on my birthday. What am I saying? You get it? Like, okay, cool. I'm trying to be lower maintenance, I guess. I don't know. So I just talked to Corey about Kim and Tom. Tom and Kim. I love 1-syllable names. I'm pretty sure we're going to name our kids 1-syllable names. There's something about famous people with like 1-syllable names. Brad Pitt. Famous person. Who else? Tom Hanks. 1-syllable name, first name, last name. There's like a lot of examples, and I heard this somewhere, like they have it's easier to remember. They have like a ring to, like a 1-syllable name has a ring to it, compared to like my name's got like Jacqueline Monroe. It's like 5 syllables, Jacqueline. Yeah. But everyone calls me Jacqueline. No one actually says Jacqueline. And funny story. Hold on. Funny story, get on the edge of your seat. This is the funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. In elementary school, I was so anal about anyone pronouncing my name. I was so anal about people not pronouncing the qu in my name. They would do Jacqueline. They wouldn't say Jacqueline. And I would literally make people re-say, I'm just fucking annoying sometimes. I feel like I was such an annoying kid. And such a like diva, and such a little like, I don't know, brat, kind of. Like, I was like a bratty kid. And something that my best friends always would tell me is, they're like, you're so bossy. And I'm like, I know. I get what I want. And this, what's that Megan Fox thing? She's like, I get what I want. And this year or whatever, I want Jordan. Forget what movie that's from. But yeah, so speaking of getting what I want, I said it in the beginning, I'm doing whatever the fuck I want today on my podcast. So let's talk about Tom and Kim.
Ice in my veins, I've been driving this train. Years in this lane, there's no stopping this flame. Cause I came to the game and I changed it to play how I like, rearranged it to my own domain.
People are putting Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian in the same sentence, and it's very strange. This is like not tracking for me in any way, shape, or form. Like the vision, it's like, okay, who has Kim dated? Pete Davidson. He's like young and like hot. I get that. Who else did she date? Like, obviously she was with Kanye. She's had her. Okay. Like, it's just not, Tom Brady is just not it. Like, not the vibe for Kim. Like, I don't see how, do you know what I mean? I'm trying to, I don't know. I'm looking at the pictures of them side by side. It's just like not, like, my brain is, it's like hurting looking at this. So Kim did 11 shots at a 4th of July party they both attended in the Hamptons. So Tom Brady and Kim Kardashian were at that Michael Rubin, wasn't it? His like annual 4th of July party. Is it Michael Rubin? I heard about it. It's like a big, you know, celeb infested event that happens every 4th of July, and it's always like over the top. Everyone wears white. I don't know. I saw like a picture of Kendall Jenner and Kevin Hart standing next to each other, and like then I saw someone like post something about this party, and that's like all I really saw or know about it. It's like superstar said it. Cool. While Kim says she took 11 shots that night, I mean, yeah, a Kardashian and then NFL's anointed GOAT doing a little romancing is perfectly logical. Kim has a history of dating beefy athletes. Okay, first of all, he's not a beefy athlete, he's a lanky athlete. There's a difference. First of all, Reggie Bush, one of the hottest men I've ever laid eyes upon. Wow. How did she move on from Reggie Bush? Wait, why did they split? Anyways, they had like a similar look. Wait, Reggie Bush. Why did I used to think that? Like he's like such a great smile. Yeah, he's just so handsome. Like, I think out of anyone Kim has dated, I ship her with Reggie Bush the hardest. And I know nothing about him. I don't know if he's like a great guy. I don't know what's going on there. I don't know. Like, did he cheat on her? Like, I don't know. But them together, I think, was the best combo. So blah blah blah. Kim probably okay, they both have a one syllable. Wait, I just talked about this. Okay. She asked him for real estate advice, and she's looking to buy property in the Bahamas where he already has some. And we know men love giving advice. They both have one syllable names requiring very little effort to address each other. They're both almost too rich to function, and they both appear to love body modification. Oh yeah, everyone's saying Tom had like his face done or something, like buccal fat removal. No, bitch, he was stressed out because he was getting divorced. There's literally a purple Lamborghini pulling out into this. Oh my god, okay. I see fancy luxury sports cars all the time here in San Diego, but like that one stands out. I don't know what that is. It's a Lamborghini. It's purple. It's just like a different shape than I'm used to seeing. That looks like whatever the newest, is that like the 2025 Lambo? Like that's definitely like that's a brand new model. It looks like it looks the most futuristic of any Lambo I've ever seen in my life. Okay, cool. Okay, so whatever. She asked him for real estate advice because she wants real estate in the Bahamas, and cool. Wait. I did see this video Dave Portnoy posted, and he said, this headline, it's from Page 6, Dave Portnoy, Tom Brady can't date Kim Kardashian, but he can fuck her in a motel. I agree. Like, it's got to be one of those things. He says, Dave Portnoy, if he wants to fuck her, go fuck her in a motel and gossip and tell your friends. We're not dating the Kardashians, Tom. Portnoy 46 said in a video posted on Instagram Thursday, if you go down to that level, we all go down. We're better than that. That's funny. He's like, I can't have this. It makes me want to puke. Yeah, I think for me, like it's a visual thing. Like when you see a couple get together, it like for the most part, it's like, oh yeah, this makes sense. Like you get the attraction, you get why they're together. Kim and Tom Brady, just my brain can't comprehend it, or it doesn't make any sense. It would be like Rosie O'Donnell. No, I'm kidding. Rosie. She's a lesbian, right? What would this be like? This would be like Giselle I'm trying to think of like two hot people that don't go together, because Tom and Kim are two hot people, but they don't go together. You know what I mean? That's possible. That's what it is for me. It's like you can acknowledge two people being hot, rich, whatever, and they don't look they don't look good together. Anyways, Kim and Tom, in my opinion, are not dating, and I'll stand by that until I see make out pictures of them in the Bahamas or something. I need like evidence of them getting frisky and touching. Okay. Otherwise it's just like, okay, cool. They had a conversation about real estate. I haven't really seen anything else. Then they were at the white party, the 4th of July party together. If they were both spotted at a restaurant together, cozying up in a booth or something, then I'll believe it. But I can't see any pictures. Google Images is just like side by side headshots of them. There's nothing of them like being, touchy. Okay. So Tom Brady, Kim K. Let's talk about Threads. So yesterday I went on Instagram and I saw one of my friends post what looked like a tweet that she tweeted, but there were like thread things, like little ribbon things that said Threads on them. And then I kept seeing people posting about Threads, and I was like, hey, Thread. So then I was like, okay, wait, this was at 5 a.m. Okay, wait. Oh my God. Let me rewind you back. This is what I hate about new apps. Like, it gives me immediate FOMO, and I feel like I have to download it. I feel like I have to download it immediately and try it out, like, as soon as I find out about it. And it's literally 5 a.m. I see someone repost their Thread tweet or whatever to their Instagram story, and I'm like, what's this? I then download Threads, but it took me like 10 minutes to figure out my Apple ID and my password because I always fucking forget it. So then that was a delay. So I need to go to the gym. That was the whole thing. I was trying to get to the gym. I spent 45 minutes to an hour trying to figure out this Threads app. And anyways, I downloaded it. It's like a quick sign up because it transfers your info from Instagram over to the Threads app. And I immediately tweeted, can there just be one app? Can there just be one app? Can we please just have one app? Please. Like, I would be down. So I like the Threads concept. I like what they're doing. I think it feels very seamless with Instagram, but I think it could be even more seamless if it was just like on Instagram. Like that would, okay. Like, if there was a little tab, you know how you can see people's Instagram posts, their tag photos, their reels tab, their like if it's like a business, like their shopping tab. I feel like if there is like a little tab on your profile of all of your tweets, then you could just see someone's pictures, their posts, their stories, and then go to their little like diary entry tab where they're writing all their threads down. I feel like that would be cool instead of having to bounce back and forth between Threads and Instagram. It's like it's made by Instagram. They should just put it on Instagram. There should be text. Now, that might get cluttery, especially if that goes on your timeline. So I wouldn't want to see people's, how would this work? There would be the main timeline. Then there would be, let me look at Instagram right now. There's so many so much going on. Oh my God. Did they get rid of the shopping feature on Instagram? That flopped. They're saying like the app that can solve people's shopping problems, that's not Amazon. No, like the social media app that can get people to shop on it will be that's like the biggest like achievement for an app. It's like the next frontier, like the next thing that would, because if people are like shopping for products like they're on Amazon on Instagram, they wouldn't be using, I don't know. It's like something I fucking heard, of course, like everything else. Okay, so there's the home button. That's your feed of like your people's posts. And then there's the search feature, and that's your discover page. Okay, I'm looking at, you want to know what's on my discover page? A lot of golden retrievers and a lot of chicks. A lot of chicks in the gym doing workout videos because I get inspo for like gym stuff there. And then like orca whales, like recipes. Yeah. Dermatology stuff. Okay. And then there's the middle button that's like post something to your Instagram. Okay. Now there should be, now I'm trying to see, I'm on my profile. They should just replace the reel. Honestly, no one fucking cares about reels. They should just replace the reels button on Instagram with threads. So then you can read threads. That would be more interesting. And people would probably engage with threads more than they're engaging with reels. And then reels would just show up on your discover page like they already do. And they would show up on when your friends, the people you follow, post them on your main timeline. Does that make sense? So you have Instagram. So the main home button is your friends and the people you follow posting. That includes their pictures and their reels. Second tab, the search button. That's your discover page. You can search for people's profiles at the top. That's your discover page. You can discover reels on there. Third tab isn't the reels button. No more reels button. It's the threads button. Okay. You don't have to go over to the threads app because it's just on Instagram. That's when you're reading tweets all day. So you're on your, let me just show you my phone. I'm on my, like, okay, this is not good for, so I'm on my home. Alex Cooper just posted something. She's like in a bed in fucking Italy probably or something. I'm on my home button. Okay. And then if I go over to this reels one, I would just watch pictures and videos here. And then I would read threads on this tab. And then the reels would live on the discover page. Right? Does that, okay. Cause I'm all for making one app and that would incorporate the two together. And I just feel like it makes more sense because I don't like having Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, now threads. What else is there? The thing I like about threads is how it's connected with Instagram, and you obviously see a lot of people on Instagram curating their image and being like, you know, on their best behavior. Instagram's notoriously like, or it's called like the business card app. So, cause like, that's what you would show someone, like that's a representation of like what you want people to think about you, what you want people to see about you. You're posting on your stories, you're posting beautiful pictures of yourself and your travels and shit like that. So, and then because Instagram and threads are so connected, I feel like, I don't know if people are going to be as raw on threads as they are on Twitter because of that. And I don't know if that's a good thing. I think it's going to be a little more, you know, positive and less, like Twitter is just notoriously like a wasteland of people just being fucking nasty to each other. So yeah, I don't know what we'll see. I am excited about it. I think with every new app that rolls out, people are like super stoked at the beginning, and then, you know, over the course of like a week or 2 or 3, it really starts to die off if people aren't really into it anymore. And that could very well happen. I'm not sure. I feel like people are on board with this so far, but that's the initial excitement. So, but yeah, say what you want about Twitter. It's been around since what, like 2008, 2009. Yeah, I don't know if this is going to do like a total takeover, like and like the new social media app, like Threads is like the new thing, but we'll see. I just think it's a nice little addition, a place to have like conversations with people you follow on Instagram and shit. But like, here's the thing. I don't follow people on Instagram for their words of wisdom and their positive, like I don't need their thoughts. Like, I'm not trying to follow you for your thoughts. Like, I prefer to see that, like, if someone posts a story and they have something to say, I'd rather just read it there than read it on a thread. Like, does that make sense? I don't really like how it's just another place to get distracted, and I don't know. So I'm excited to see what happens. It's always fun to watch an app survive or die after 2 weeks. So, okay, real quick before I recap my trip to LA and 4th of July, I saw this TikTok of this lady freaking out on an American Airlines flight, and apparently she's like in her seat and she's like sitting in the back, and I guess she saw a shapeshifter or a ghost or something, and she was terrified. She's like, get me off this fucking plane right now. She's like going back and forth like in the aisle, freaking out. And like, I really want to see, everyone's like commenting on these TikToks that are coming out of it. Like, I really think we need to see, I don't know if anyone got footage of the moment she like freaked out or anything. I don't know if like, obviously no one was filming at that time, but I really want to see her like sit down and talk to like, I don't know, like go on the Today Show or something, like talk about what she saw. Like we need to see, someone needs to interview her, or like she needs to come out and tell her story, because it's very like vague. Like she's in her seat, she saw this like creepy shapeshifter dude. I think she was like pointing and saying like, that guy's not real, or I don't know if I saved it. Woman disrupts American Airlines flight in meltdown over not real passenger. Yeah, this is going super viral right now. The bizarre and profanity-laced video went viral on TikTok on Sunday evening. It was filmed by fellow passengers on the flight as the flight was preparing to depart from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport. This is what she, in quotes, what she said: "I'm telling you, I'm getting the fuck off, and there's reason why I'm getting the fuck off, and everyone can either believe it or they cannot believe it." The unidentified woman can be heard saying in the video as she walks to the front of the plane, blah, 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 "I don't give two fucks, but I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real." Oh, that's so eerie and creepy. She goes, "I don't give two fucks." And she looked terrified. Like you can really see when someone's like actually scared, and the high pitchedness of her voice, like you can hear it. She goes, "I don't give two fucks, but I'm telling you right now, that motherfucker back there is not real." She adds, gesturing to the back of the plane. Like she saw this shaped shifter, not real, cyborg fucking person sit next to her, gets the fuck. I was like, I'm getting off this plane, like get me off here. "You can sit on this plane and you can die with them or not. I'm not going to," the woman continued. Flight was met at the gate by local law enforcement and the customer was removed from the flight. We think her It is unclear whether the woman was arrested following the ordeal. So people are saying like, oh, she was probably on drugs, she probably was hallucinating or whatever, like saw something. Just from the video, she looks like a normal woman. She doesn't look like she looks like she works out at like Barry's boot camp. She's got like 3 kids. They're in like elementary school. She maybe has like a corporate job in, I don't know, like government or something. Like she's like a normal lady, like a soccer mom. She looked like a soccer mom, just like I don't know, like some people from your first impression when you look at them is like they're a crazy person just from the way they act, from the way they dress, blah, blah. And I know like a lot of women can be batshit. A lot of like white soccer mom women can be batshit and do crazy and can say crazy things, but like she looked like not that type of person. Like she looked actually scared. So I think she did see some shit. I believe her. I need to hear her story. I need to see this footage if there's any more of like the guy. I'm sure someone filmed him, but like that hasn't come out yet. I need to see the passenger she's referring to. And then that guy, like hypothetically, this is all bullshit. I want to hear that guy's story of like what happened. Cause I guess like when you see a shapeshifter, it's like pixels or like, lizard skin changing, and like you see that they're not really a real person. I don't know. I've gone down the rabbit hole a few times about lizard people and shapeshifters, and I don't rule anything out. I'm a believer. It like honestly, it's just fun to you have one life here. It's like fun to I just sometimes I think I've been saying that a little too often lately, especially about like whenever I'm about to buy something I know I probably shouldn't buy. I'm just like, you only live once. That's bad financial mind or strategy, or like spending strategy, or what I'm saying is it's like fun to get on TikTok, YouTube, whatever, watch a documentary on Netflix and learn about some crazy conspiracy that like a ton of people believe in. Cause it's like, you have one life, like let's discover. I think it's fun to discover and to think up as many crazy, cool things about this world as possible. And if there's lizard people out there, like it's just like fun to learn about. Like, okay. Okay, let's move on. Anyways, I want to talk about my trip to LA last weekend and my 4th of July. And all of the amazing and tragic and I'm kidding. All the amazing things, honestly, truly amazing things that happened. I probably could do this in 10 minutes, but it'll probably take me half an hour to really give you all the details. I mean, okay, so let's rewind back to LA. The trip was all about golfing at Sherwood Country Club. I think that's what it's called. Yeah, Sherwood Country Club. It's like in Agora Hills, which is like, it's such a far drive. Like usually it takes 2.5 hours to get up to LA from San Diego. But when you go to the hills, it's like towards Malibu, it's like an extra 30 to 45 minutes. It was like a 3.5 hour road trip getting up there. And we went like, what time of day did we go? It's kind of like a high traffic time of day. Anyways, so the whole trip was for Corey and his 2 guy friends to go golfing, and just like hang out and catch up because one of his buddies lives in LA. And it's weird how like, I don't know how to say LA without being like LA. Like how do Southern California people say LA? It's like LA. Like there's like a hot way to say LA. Do I say we drove up to LA or we drove up to LA? I don't know. I'm overthinking it. So LA. You just kind of do this with your tongue when you say LA. So fucking his like best friend and his wife live up there with their 2 kids, and so we visited them. They golfed at Sherwood. Honestly, this is like a short and sweet recap. I don't need to go into too much detail. Like literally we just like went to the country club and laid at the pool and tanned and drank margaritas, and they golfed, and we stayed at this I think we stayed at like the Sheraton up there, spent a night at the hotel, and the next morning they made us breakfast and we like drove back home. Oh, I'm missing a key part of the story. So we went to this amazing country western steakhouse called The Old Place, and it was one of the most amazing meals I've ever had in my life. And it was and that's a huge statement. I don't say that all the time. I also said that on my last episode. When I was in Charlotte, I had a steak in Charlotte, and I was like, that was the best steak I've ever had in my life. Well, this place was sick. It kind of felt like I was in Frontierland or something in Disneyland. It was very like, there was just cool shit everywhere on the walls, and there was like we were in the private, thank God they reserved it. It was like so worth I don't know how they got the room, because it seems like a happening place, and that's like hard to get. But we were in the back of the restaurant. They like lead you through, and it's all wood, all like really old wood, and there's a bar, and there's these really big booths. They're all wood booths, and they're huge, and everyone's like tucked in, and I don't know, it was like so cool. But they lead you through the restaurant, you go out the back door, then you go into this other little back shed, and it had like, I don't know, like old mailboxes, and there's like a giant whalebone on the side of the room, and like, I don't know, it was sick. And maybe there's like a piano in there, I don't know. So the atmosphere at this restaurant was one of my favorite restaurants I've ever been to because of the whole like look of it. So the food was incredible. The kitchen was backed up to our little private room, and this guy, it seemed like everyone there loved their job. Like our waiter would like come out, and they have this like noodle bake there. I don't know, it's called like noodle bake. And I guess they run out of it a lot because it's so popular. And he's like, we have one left. Do you guys want it? Like, he just like came in and told us that, because the Corey's friends that always go there, they like knew about this noodle bake, and like, I guess, I don't know if they knew each other or whatever. He's like, we got one left, and then he like went in. He's like, then he comes back out. He's like, got bad news. We have no more noodle bake. Would you like the potato wedges? And I don't know if those are like on the menu, but like he just like offered these potato wedges for us as like French fries. So we got those. We got, what other starters? They come out with this like giant loaf of bread you just like pull apart and just put a ton of butter on. And then we ordered a filet with a bone-in filet with, oh my God, we had beef stew. the most incredible, I think my favorite thing that whole entire dinner was the beef stew. We got just a ton of shit. Caesar salads. The croutons on the Caesar salads were the size of a Rubik's Cube. Literally. Like, they were the biggest croutons, and they deep fried them. So when you eat them, they're like eating it's kind of like eating the breading off of fish and chips. It had that like deep fried thing to it. And it was like, I could only have a little bit because I was like, this is so heavy. And everything was so heavy. The steak was huge. Like, everything was huge. And then we ordered all of the desserts. We had like a apple crumble. We had and they all came in skillets. A skillet apple crumble with ice cream. We had a brownie skillet with ice cream, and then a chocolate chip cookie with ice cream. And we all had like drinks going the whole time. It was a fun ass dinner. And this is the part I want to tell about this story. So I'm like at dinner, and I, believe it or not, because here I am being like, it's my birthday. Welcome to my birthday party. This is my podcast. It's all about me. It's the Jacqueline Monroe Show. Something about me is that when I'm with people out at dinner, I don't like to necessarily, if it happens, sure. Like on this occasion, I was the center of attention. It was all about me that entire dinner. It was all about them asking questions about my podcast and what I do, and my like behind the scenes shit for my podcast, and my engagement with Corey, and that whole story. Like, I literally talked the entire time. But usually if I'm at a dinner or something with new people, I kind of take I only speak if I'm spoken to. No, I usually like I'm a little more, I ask people about themselves more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I usually am that person. I get other people talking. That's something I always try to do. Like, I would rather someone else talk and tell their story than sit and talk all about myself, because I feel like I do that enough on my podcast. I don't know. Like, it's, especially with new people, like, I'd rather sit and get to know them that way, and then they can, I don't know. So somehow someone asked me, we first started talking about the engagement story. So I did the entire spiel on that. And then this guy comes in with a guitar, and he's like, he like heard about we were engaged. He's like, congrats on the engagement. Can I play his song? And then he was like playing like his guitar and singing, and it was like kind of awkward because he's like literally right there next to the table. And it's like, I was just kind of like bopping back and forth, like trying to like go along. It was like, what kind of music was that? Little honky tonky, or like kind of like Lumineers vibes. I don't really know. So I was just like bopping back and forth, and because it's like, you like want to look at him, but then he's like looking at you while he's singing, and I don't know, it's like this stranger. But he was telling me about his wife, how he proposed to his wife, and how it like got ruined because he like fell asleep on the bed with all the roses, and like she came in and she's like, where are the kids? And he had sent the kids to like the grandparents' house to have them babysit while he was going to propose to her, so it was just them two. And then she like comes in and like is like, where's the kids? And then it all got fucked up. So it was funny. He was telling us about his engagement story, we were telling him about ours, and then he's like playing music, and he like slipped in this information about how he like pursued his music career instead of like becoming a doctor or something. And I don't know, it was funny. This whole entire podcast might be, or like this part of the story or the episode might be like, you had to be there. But anyways, it was a great dinner. I've never been so full in my life. I was like, it's one of those things where you're like, I didn't eat that much, but everything was literally so heavy, like so dense. And yeah, the next day we get coffee. Okay, cool. We check out of the hotel. We go have breakfast at their house. We drove back to San Diego. Okay, cool. Now I'm gonna tell like I should like, this is a long episode for my birthday. I'm like, I want to eat these edible arrangements and then like get the fuck off the podcast and go enjoy like shopping and a beach day or something. But here we are. I'm just like going off about what I did this week, like I always do. But for some reason I have it in my head. I'm like, it's my birthday. Like this doesn't need to be so detailed and so long. So we went to LA. Okay, we did Sherwood. We had the little steak dinner at that cool place. We hung out with his friends and their kids. And it's such a mind fuck being around little toddlers, because they're like jumping on the trampoline and they're like playing with all their toys, and they're like showing me around. And like telling me all the rules, and it's like summertime, they're being kids. It's like it's such a mind fuck because I was like, I was just doing this. I have such vivid memories of being a toddler, or like 5. They're younger than that, but like a little kid in the summertime. Like I did so many fun activities, just like frolicking in the fields and like just making mud pies, jumping in rivers and going swimming at the lake. And I don't know, it's like I feel like I had a really great childhood in that way. Like summers living out in the farmland were amazing. So yeah, I feel like that's the best place for kids to grow up, like middle of nowhere country, farmland. It's not like I was living in the middle of nowhere. It was like what do I always say about my hometown? I'm from Mount Vernon, Washington, if you're wondering. Oh my God, I didn't say this. Speaking of Mount Vernon, Washington, I sat next to a guy. This has never happened to me in my life. On our flight home from Charlotte, I'm talking to this guy. He's doing business in San Diego. And somehow I asked him where he's from. He's like, I'm from Mount Vernon, Washington. And I was like, like what? Like that never happens. That is such a random, like I'm literally sitting next to him. He's telling me his life story and I'm like, what? Then he was talking about the different roads, like the places he grew up, the road he lived on. I'm like, I know exactly where that's at. He was talking about going to school there and just everything. And I was like, oh my God. So that was really cool. But back to what I was saying about kids growing up in farmland. I feel so blessed that I got to do that. Like, I mean, what else did we do? We had like the best 4th of July's. We could just like blow fireworks up in the fields and shit. Yeah, it was great. So I guess the last recap or story for today on my birthday is 4th of July. So, by the way, like I feel so spoiled. Like Sherwood is such a nice golf course. I didn't get to play, or like it was a guy's thing. Like I was with the girls the whole time, but like I feel so spoiled. Like I got to go to Sherwood. This is like Tiger Woods' favorite fucking golf course. It's so nice. And I get to just like go to the country club, lay at the pool, like get like little drinks, just like I just feel like I didn't grow up around country clubs, but they're so nice. The locker rooms are so nice. There's so many like amenities and like things like for you in the locker room. There's like hairspray. It's like going to a nightclub in Vegas. There's just like everything on the counter that you would ever need as a woman. Like just so much, like so many pampering products. And then you go to the pool and there's just like staff coming over, just like checking in on you. This girl was like helping me with a Wi-Fi password. And I was like, can we be sorry, I literally sometimes a plane will be in the sky and the sun will hit it a certain way and I'm like, that's a fucking UFO, straight up. So anyways, this girl was helping with a Wi-Fi password. She was so nice, and I was like, I just felt like, I want to be your friend, you're so nice. Yeah, anyways, I also went to a country club for 4th of July, and I guess the reason I'm even bringing up country clubs, like doing stuff there, is it just feels so like there's like an exclusivity. It feels exclusive, and it feels like it's like fancy, and I'm just like not used to it. So whenever I'm like around them, I'm like, oh my God, people like this is a thing. Like what? I don't know. It's like going to a nice hotel. I mean, that's what I would compare it to. It's like you're at a nice hotel. It just happens to be a place where people have memberships and they play golf and they have access to all the amenities. It's like nothing crazy, but I don't know. I just love country clubs. What did Corey say? He's like, he's like, you better, he's like, welcome to the country club lifestyle. You better get used to it. He grew up around it. He, played golf his whole life and shit. So he gets it. It was so mind blowing when I heard how much a membership costs at these places. I was like, what? It's like a mortgage. It's like you're buying a house, but you're buying a membership to a country. I get it now that I just started playing golf. I'm like, my dream is to live on a golf course and like have a membership on a country club. Like that would be so nice. Play golf all the time. You live there. It's beautiful. I get why people live in country clubs now, or on the course, because it's amazing. okay, so 4th of July, we went to La Jolla Country Club for the fireworks show, and I'm trying to think here. How did it start? We parked on the fairway at hole 18. I was like, isn't this the course just like, it had so many cars on it. I was like, damn, this is, I wonder how bad the damage is, or like how much they have to fix the greens after that. But we pull up, there's like carnival stuff everywhere for the kids. There's food everywhere. There's like tri-tip, ribs, pulled pork. There's like all the meats, hamburgers, hot dogs, potato salad, coleslaw, like all the things, like all the 4th of July foods. Literally like every 10 feet, there's someone with a Haagen-Dazs ice cream bar cart trying to give you ice cream. There was a putting contest. There was a place to take pictures in front of an American flag. There were just tons of tables everywhere to like sit at and eat. Tons of people. Should I do a whole spiel about how rich people just look different? Like literally the net worth of everyone at that 4th of July soiree was probably like $10 billion. Like there's just like a look. It's like genetics mixed with like people, I don't know. They're like, they just look rich. What is it? It's like, yeah, okay, take the clothes away, because clothes can help that situation. But like when you get a bunch of rich ass people together at a country club, I don't know, it just like looked different than anything I've ever seen in my life. And I was trying to like analyze it the whole time. I'm like, I was also like, do I fit in? Like, is this like a good outfit? Like I wore like white linen pants and like and I had so many issues. Oh my God. I don't even want to talk about the getting ready process. I couldn't figure out my outfit to save my life. And that's not me. Usually I just pick something out and I go with it. This time I was like, do I wear a dress? Do I wear a skirt? Do I wear pants? I was like, do I wear all white? Do I wear something red, white, and blue? Like I couldn't figure it out. So I was really stressed about my outfit. And then I show up and I was like, I fit in very well. You got to have glasses with gold frames. Okay. So rich. Okay, all the clothes are nice. That's like a given. But the fucking faces, like everyone's had a little work done, but not too much. Everyone just looks healthy. And you know what it is for me? The older people look so healthy. And I'm like, God damn. Like fit. They just look, I know they're like 79, but they look fit and healthy and like well taken care. There's a difference. And I think, yeah, whatever. It was like nice to see. But also like really, I'm not from here. You have to understand, I'm not used to seeing this kind of crowd. So sometimes when I'm around it, I'm like, this is nice. I get it. I get why. I mean, health is wealth. Wealth is also wealth helps health. If you can afford, I don't know, like what do they probably all like cold plunge and like do all these like detox things. They're getting colon cleanses around the clock. They're fucking doing Sonabello for their cellulite and shit. I don't know. It was fun to see a bunch of rich people hanging out and watching fireworks and just drinking and having a good time with their kids. Rich kids are also different. That's another thing. There's also like a rich kid vibe. Jimmy. Anyways, Jimmy. Oi. Jim. I can't, and it's something I can't like put my finger on, if that makes sense. I just like, it's like a aura radiating off all these people. I'm like, whoa. So yeah, what did we do? So we got, this is the part I'm not including in this 4th of July party thing. So I show up with an elephant on my chest and I'm full of fucking anxiety. And it was all over my face. And Corey goes, Jacqueline, what's wrong? He always knows. He knows, literally, within 2 seconds, he knows something is wrong, which is kind of beautiful. Like he can read me like a book like that. And he's always like aware of how I'm feeling and how, like, if I'm good or not. And he always like wants to pull me aside and make sure I'm good. And so he did that. And I literally was like, this is the part I was mentioning earlier about feeling like I don't have enough hours in the day. I was just breaking down to him the volume of my workload. And I was including all the housewife shit, by the way. I was including all of the, like, you know, Louis pissed on the couch again. I had to clean the couch this week. That took me this amount of time to, like, I wasn't telling him all the time it took, but I was like breaking down like certain things I do throughout the day that take away from my work stuff and how I feel so burnt out and like swamped by it all. And I was like, I don't know what to do. And it's really bad. Like, this is like a vulnerable moment on my birthday. Okay. Like, I think I'm biting off more than I can chew right now. And I keep telling myself, like, this is what I have to do. I have to do this. This is not negotiable. This is a non-negotiable thing I have to do. I'm talking about my podcast, by the way. I'll just give you like a little insight into the workload I'm talking about. And the volume. So I'm setting out on this with this new strategy, this new plan. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I want to do it. This excites me. And it doesn't fit in with my life. And I was telling him, I was like, something's got to get cut. Like, I was like, I'm saying, here's what it is. I'm busier than ever. I have a life. Okay. If you've started listening to me if you've listened to me from the start, the only thing I had going on in 2020 when I started this podcast was me and Jimmy. I worked out, I podcasted, I had my little remote job for a PR company I'm no longer with. And it was just like that. I didn't have a boyfriend at the time. Like, it was just very like me, myself, and I wasn't busy. I had nothing going on. Now it's every fucking weekend. I'm not complaining. That's what I was telling him. He's like, is it too much? Like, are you not having fun doing all these trips and all these things? I was like, no. I was like, that's great. I love, like, that part of my life. Of course, I have zero complaints. Like, no, I'm really not complaining. I just feel stressed out about how much work I'm trying to do right now. And I don't know how to, like, prioritize things. And it's a lot of like it's a lot of like, okay, if I know I'm going on this trip, I finish the podcast work X amount of days ahead so that by the time I'm on the trip, I'm not freaking out like I have to do it last minute, that type of thing. So I'm trying to like juggle all of these podcast tasks with my full-time job. Literally, I think I do. Okay. These are all my jobs. I work for a PR company. Okay. I work, so PR corporate job, podcast, fiance, like housewife, like, no, fiance, the relationship I have with Corey, that's a whole separate thing, job. Because that's like me and him. I'm not going to include the chores. Like, what? I'm including, by the way, he's calling me again. Then there's dog mom, walking the dogs, taking care of the dogs, like doing all that. And then there's like house stuff. He's calling me again. Hi, I'm still podcasting.
Sorry.
No, I'm literally talking about the breakdown I had at 4th of July. Without going into like extreme detail, like I'm just kind of saying how I was stressed out about my workload and I was like freaking out. So.
Well, you got a lot to talk about. I'll leave. Goodbye.
No, but you were there for me and you helped me through it and then I felt better.
Well, I'm a psychiatrist. I'm a therapist. I'm a financial backingist and loverist. All the ists you could possibly want.
You really
Goodbye.
are. What are you doing right now? Why'd you call? Are you like...
I thought you'd been finished by now. All your yapping for the last couple hours, I thought you would have been done, but sorry.
No, whatever you think. Okay, this is how it is. Whatever amount of time you think that I would be taking to do my podcast, multiply it by like 5 or 6. It's like always way more than you think.
Oh, well, how dare I call it?
No, but it's true. And I'll get into that because I'm about to talk about on my, like, continue this part of the podcast. But it's like, oh, you want to post a podcast, edit it real quick? No, it's like 4, 5, 6 hours straight.
Well, this will be pretty good bloopers then, me calling twice.
You're on the podcast now.
I know.
Did you have lunch?
But I just finished lunch and...
What'd you get?
Just got my new 3-wood, and
No, wait.
Yep.
Can we modify your old 3-wood for me?
Yeah, sure. And then we have the putting as well, the Lab Golf putter.
Nice. What 3-wood did you get? The Mizuno?
The Ping.
Wait, what? Isn't there a Mizuno one you liked?
No, I tried the Ping, and this one went 40 yards further than the one you got me.
Damn.
Yeah. So
That was the Callaway LS, the Rogue LS.
Yeah.
Damn.
LST. Yeah, that was my fault. That's my fault.
It's okay.
But I'll take that. But it'd just be really great to qualify for this tournament. It's the U.S. Amateur qualifier. It'd be great to qualify.
Yeah. When is that trip?
That's on the 17th.
Another trip.
Well, no, it's here in San Diego. It's just basically I'm practicing on the 16th.
But it's in Murrieta?
It's in Murrieta, yeah.
Am I your caddy?
If you want.
I think I'm going to do it. How many holes? Or like, is it?
36 holes, 2 rounds.
Fuck. And you got to walk
Yeah.
the whole thing.
You got to walk the whole thing. If you want your steps in, you can just.
I'll 100% do it.
You just take a pull cart with me and just pull it, and you'll just be my caddy.
Yeah. Cool.
And remember that video
What should I wear?
That girl, you just stay next to me and shut up.
Shut the fuck up. My duty to you as a fiance and as a future wife is to shut the fuck up.
Shut up and listen.
I kind of talked about that earlier, but like I didn't play the TikTok.
Oh.
Well. Yeah, that was a funny video. What should I wear?
Just one of your outfits. You're going to be walking a lot, so something comfortable. It'll probably be a little warm because it's in Murrieta.
No, like, what should I wear? Kidding.
Skirt.
Skirt?
Golf skirt.
How?
Yeah.
What? Fingertip length?
Just make sure you cover up the camel hoof.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right, I'll let you go.
Okay, no. What time are you going to be home? Normal time?
Normal time, yeah.
Okay. All right. And then our dinner's at what time?
7:15.
7:15. And we have to go downtown.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Goodbye.
All right. Goodbye.
Okay. All right. I'll talk to you. Oh, we hung up. No. Oh. I'm kidding. Yeah. So anyways, I had a little breakdown about how I have so much to do, so little time. The end. Like, it's not that crazy, but he had to like pull me aside and kind of like hear me. I started getting like teary eyed a little bit. I was like feeling really bad. And, I just hate when I'm at something. I'm like, this is so cool. Like, I'm at this beautiful 4th of July party and I showed up. It like hit me. It was like hitting me when I was getting ready. Honestly, I was like thinking and like, cause what it is it's like I'm constantly doing. I'm a one-woman show. I'm doing this all on my own, right? So I'm like constantly going to things. I have a social life now, like fucking finally, right? And I'm plugged into a lot, and I'm like, it's like never ending. And then I'm like, I feel like I have to constantly catch up, and I need a team. I get why people have like a full fucking, manager, producer, like social media manager, like everything, because like it's a lot to do on your own. So anyways, let's cut. Okay, we watched the fireworks. They were beautiful. We were right under them because we were sitting at the tables and it was like amazing. I had cherry pie, had some ice cream. It was great. Probably one of the coolest 4th of Julys I've been to. Okay, I think I'm gonna wrap the episode and call it a day. What did I say in the beginning? I was like, welcome to my birthday party. Did this feel like you were at a birthday party, like hanging out with me, or like did anything special happen? I mean, Corey called 3 times or twice, and then I ate edible arrangement fruit, chocolate covered fruits. And yeah, we're going, by the way, I mentioned on the phone, we have dinner tonight. this is the one thing I haven't asked for anything for my birthday. I asked for a single thing. I don't like the only thing I really want on my birthday is a nice dinner. I don't really want like a party or a big celebration. Like when I was younger, I cared. I don't know. I'm saying that now, like maybe in a few years that'll change. Like I know I want to do something big for my 30th, or something like bigger than just dinner. But the one thing I did ask for, I said, I want to go to Fogo de Chao for dinner. And if you don't know what Fogo de Chao is, it's this Brazilian steakhouse where you show up, you get a plate, or like, no, you get like a table, obviously. But you fill your plate up with a bunch of sides at the buffet thing they have there. And then you go to your table and you get these like red light, green light, stoplight things. They're like little wood things, cylindrical things. Like little things, like cubes, like little blocks kids play with, but they're red and green. The green, as long as you have the green facing the servers on your table, they will come out with a big meat skewer thing and shave meat off on your plate until you put the red one out to tell them to stop. So I've done this a few times. It's like super fun to do with a group, and there's one in San Diego, and that's what I'm having for my birthday dinner. Because me and Corey, like me, I think it's a fun experience. It was either this or the melting pot, but we looked it up and the melting pot shut down. So we're going to Fogo de Chao instead. I think you can like order off the menu too. Like there's a menu, but then they also come by with the meat. You definitely get the meat sweats after. Literally we're going to Hawaii in 2 days. Oh my god. So holy shit, I have like a lot to fucking get done before we go. I have to pack, I have to shop, I have to like I'm before okay, I was like, oh my god, I need all new outfits. Like I want to make this, like I want to have like super cute outfits for Hawaii. Oh my god, like every time I go on vacation, like I need all new clothes. But I'm like, okay, today I mentally said to myself, I was like, Jacqueline, you have options. You're better off going through your closet, trying things on, like putting together cute outfits. You have things you haven't worn in a while, you know. You can make it work. You can make it work work with what you have. So I mentally decided, I was like, all I'm going to buy for this trip, for our Hawaii trip, are bikinis. That's it. Like I'm just going to treat myself to some nice, like I kind of want to get like beach bunny, like nice like bikinis with like cool hardware on them and stuff, like something different than my normal like Amazon bikinis. So I have to do that. Wait, there was something I was gonna say. Oh, I remember at the beginning of this episode I was like, I have another idea for the PGA rebrand that I proposed in like 2 episodes ago. I was like, the PGA needs a rebrand. It's like, it's boring. It needs to be like, pop culture needs to come in and spice it up. It's just like whatever. But I thought of fucking boxing and how there's ring chicks. And I thought about how, like, imagine you're watching the Masters and then it's literally at Augusta. It's like so like, you know, like fancy, and old and traditional, and like, you know, golf has that vibe to it. So I was like, okay, wait, you know how there's ring chicks in boxing? There should be like hot chicks on the putting green during golfing tournaments or something. Like, I don't know, like pulling the flag out, like, you know what I mean? Like just something, just a little, like a golf, you know, they could be like golf. They need to be like hot golf girls. There needs to be cleavage. There needs to be like shorter skirts than the country club regulation length skirts. There needs to be like, you know, and then they're like walking around the putting green. I don't know. They're just like there. It's more for the visual experience as a viewer. This sounds so like fucked up, sexist, and like stereotypically. I enjoy that part of boxing. I was just at like a fight a few months ago for something. I don't remember what it was. I think we were at like a casino watching one of Corey's friends' something. They were boxing or something, and like it's fun. I'm like, the ring girls make it like, it's like fun. They're like hot. I'm like, this is what golf needs. And then whenever there's 2, it's like I'm just like comparing like which ass is better. Whatever. I'm literally like a dude. It's so like, Who doesn't do that? You know, even, okay, I'm saying it out loud here on my podcast. Like if I'm at a boxing match and there's a ring girl and there's two of them, I'm like thinking that. And I'm also checking them out. Like people are, you're thinking it too. When the hot girl with the big tits and her little shorty booty shorts walks out with the sign, you're noticing it and you're looking and you're thinking things. Okay. I'm just saying it out loud. But I think it'd be hilarious if that's like the direction I would like to see the PGA go, like something like that. I don't know if it's on the 18th hole. I don't want it to be like a distraction, but like just something. Cute little girl pulling the flag out of the hole. Maybe like cheerleaders, like NFL cheerleaders, but they're like, I don't know. Just sex sells, right? It needs to be in the PGA more. Think it would help. So that's the podcast. I think the only thing I didn't talk about today is like Britney Spears allegedly punching someone, or like someone accusing her of like hitting them. It's like is he like a Hornets player? I don't know. I saw a headline like it's something like that, but I thought that was hilarious when I was reading it. Cool. Well, I definitely have some time now back to myself for my 29th birthday to relax and enjoy and edit this fucking episode and some other things, other pieces of content that are, needing to get out. So, yeah, I feel like most birthday, I'm turning 29. So I'm 29 today. I don't feel like, I think the only time you feel different is when it's like a big milestone, like a 20 or a 30. I think I'll feel like different next year. I don't feel any different. I think I'll always feel at like 25. I think a lot of people say that, like even older people are always like, yeah, I still feel like I'm 25. Like I'm mentally 25 all the time. Do I sound more, I think I sound maybe more mature than I did when I started this podcast, or my life. Like I didn't do any reflection on being 29 things I learned in 29 years, 29 things I've overcome. I kind of alluded to that in the beginning, but like I am feeling grown. I'm feeling grown up. I'm feeling like here's what I'll say. I feel like things are unfolding exactly how I dreamt them up to, if that makes sense. I feel very fortunate right now. I feel like my life is very sweet and I have a lot of blessings and I'm healthy. I'm happy. I have a lot of love in my life. I have a lot of support. I have a lot of laughter. I have a lot of like my family relationships are all solid, like except for my dad. And that's probably going to be a Patreon episode. I'll probably do like an exclusive podcast about that for another time. Patreon.com/tjms. So pretty much that's the only area that's like kind of on the it's rocky, but just to give you an idea, I haven't talked to him in a year. So yeah, it's kind of shitty, but other than that, things are going very well. I feel another year older, and just I feel like you definitely, like, as you get older, you stop caring so much and you just like give less fucks and you're more confident, you're more like assured of yourself, and life is just like easier in that way. Because I think if you're a long time listener, I've literally struggled with like self-esteem, confidence, insecurity, all that shit for literally my entire life up until like 26. So I feel like I'm out of the woods of that now, and I just feel like I'm kicking ass. And as far as this podcast goes, I think this is my proudest accomplishment. Would I say that? What's like my number in 29 years? What am I most proud of? I would say this podcast is what I'm most proud of. I think I kind of surprised myself, if that makes sense. Like, for the longest time, I watched people on like YouTube and Instagram, like all the social platforms, like popping off and like being influencers and like making a bunch of content all the time. I was always kind of like, oh, I want to do that. And I'm doing it. So like, I don't know. That's something I'm very proud of. I'm proud of the fact that I've done this consistently for almost 3 years now. It'll be 3 years in September. And you know what I'm fucking proud of? I'm fucking proud of the fact that at my lowest point in life, and I'm not being dramatic when I say that, September 4th, 2020, when I started this podcast, was like my rock bottom. Okay. It's apparent. Just go watch my early YouTube videos. Like, I was not in a good place physically, mentally. Like, I was going through it. Who wasn't? It was like the pandemic, right? But I think I'm proud of the fact that I set a goal, a very big goal, to podcast 7 days a week for a year. Now, while I did not go to 365, I went to 300, and I'm fucking proud of that. Okay. When I say like I was podcasting every single day, is it a podcast or is it a radio show at that point? Like, literally, I would lug my laptop on all my travels. I would podcast every single day, 7 days a week. I did that. And I'm like, that's not, that's fucking crazy. Like, what? I go from never accomplishing my goals, always half completing things, always being indecisive about what I want to do, to making a decision to podcast, doing it 300 days in a row, and fucking continuing it for the next 2 years after that. Like, I don't know. I'm just like, that wasn't before I did that. The me before the me now would not have been able to, like, I'm capable of it. And I proved that to myself. And over the years, I've built all this confidence up about myself because I keep accomplishing my goals every week with this show. And yeah, it's crazy because like for so long I just had I didn't think highly of myself. I was never proud of myself about anything. So I think one of the number one things about my favorite things about what I've done in the last 29 years is just like finally being proud of myself about something, and not like literally just being proud, like, damn, I'm doing this, or like, yeah. So life's pretty cool like that. I'm gonna officially wrap the episode up now. I was telling Corey on the phone, I was like, whatever amount of time you have in your head that it takes me to record and edit and post podcast, multiply it by like 5 or 6. Like, editing, making clips, doing all that stuff. I remember back when I used to edit a vlog for this startup company I used to work for, and I edited their vlog and their podcast, and I was also a graphic designer. I don't know if you know that. I don't think I mentioned that job I had before, but I would literally edit for like 18 hours a day. I was literally, all I did was for the vlog, I would make like a 10-minute vlog. I'd have all this footage because it was like a behind the scenes, like, you know, at the office type of vlog. It takes so long. And I want to announce that I am now utilizing this amazing piece of software called Gling, Gling. It is an AI tool that cuts out all of the silences and the bad takes of your like video. So what that's great for is when I edit my clips for TikTok and Instagram Reels and stuff, I just upload the footage and then it cuts out all the parts I'm not talking. Because if you notice when you watch short clips on TikTok, like they jump really fast. There's never a pause. You just hear the person talking the whole time. And that's a standard. That's industry standard. That's what you got to do. And it's like the best. I feel like it's the easiest to ingest as a listener because no one has time for silence anymore. They just need to be constantly stimulated and fucking entertained. And yeah, it's great. So I'm utilizing AI now, or I'm like taking advantage of AI to help me with my editing process. And I can only, like, there's so many, I can only imagine the amount of AI help editors are going to have in the future. Cause it's all the bitch work you don't have to do anymore. Cause I'll just sit there and I'll just clip out all the silences for like an hour straight of like a super long video, and it's like, I don't need to be doing this. A fucking robot can do this for me, and it's pretty clean. I'll say that this Glean app is pretty clean. You do have to go back in and tighten it up a little bit. Obviously, you know, it's not going to be perfect, but it cuts my work down to like by 90%. So yay. All right, that's it. I hope you enjoyed this episode. Please hit that subscribe button wherever you're listening right now, and send me a little birthday gift by reviewing the show and signing up for my Patreon, patreon.com/tjms. I'm building a little community over there. Go check it out. 2 bonus podcasts and 1 vlog a month. Patreon.com/tjms. Follow me on Instagram at Jacqueline Monroe. Follow me on TikTok at Jacqueline Monroe. And subscribe to my YouTube channel. There's another little fun birthday gift you could do. Okay, these are the 3 gifts I want for my birthday. I didn't ask for anything this year, so I'm going to ask for these 3 things. Review my podcast right now. 5-star review my podcast. $5 a month. Subscribe to my Patreon, patreon.com/tjms for $5. And and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. It's my birthday. Just like give me what I want. It's not that hard. It's weird like asking people for things. I don't know. Like I used to be weird. Well, I'm still being weird about it. Bitch, just ask and shut just plug and shut the fuck up. Oh, by the way, I had a famous line at that country western dinner. Still not ending the podcast, not ending the show. And I might title the episode this, but I also might title it something about my birthday. And when we were at this little like country western dinner steakhouse place, the old place in Agora Hills when we were up in LA, somehow we were talking about like the roles of like what I do in the relationship, what Corey does in a relationship, and the famous line of the dinner. Because like I said, it was all about me. It's all about what I have to say. Everyone was focused on me. I was telling stories the whole time. They're all interested in me. I was the center of attention. Okay. And it's fun when you're the center of attention because like you could say something that's like not that funny, but just because you're the one that's like, everyone's like listening to it, you'll say like something stupid. Anyways, I had like a zinger, and I'm really, wow, this is like a big setup for something that might not even be funny to you. Yeah, this is another fucking you had to be there situation. I was talking about how they're like, Corey was telling them about like what I do for him, and they're like, you know, Jacqueline, what does Corey do for you? And I was just like, provide, protect, penetrate. Provide, protect, penetrate. I think that was the gist of it. Provide, like he provides for me, he protects me, and he penetrates. You had to be there. Provide, protect, penetrate. It's what every man should do for his woman. It's not that hard. Anyways, fuck, I wish I had like a better memory of like how that happened. I think that's the gist of it. We were just talking about like what, because Corey's always like, she, you know, every time I come home, she's making me these little like appetizers before dinner, and then she cooks me dinner, and he always tells his friends that. And then like what else does he tell them? I give him back massages, and I think I'm gonna like okay, this is like still not the end of the podcast. I saw this TikTok, and this girl was like, actually I followed her on YouTube like for literally since like 7th grade. She was complaining about how she doesn't know how all these girls get engaged. She's like, I have never gotten it. She's like, I want that. I want to get engaged. I want to get married. But yet I've had all of these long-term relationships, and the guy never proposes to me ever. I've had like a 6-year relationship, 4-year relationship. She's like in her 30s now, I think mid-30s, upper 30s. So she's like, girls, like, how do you get engaged? Like, explain to me how you get a man to propose to you. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, I need to fucking start a coaching course on this. Like, I literally have, as a newly engaged woman, I feel obligated, or I feel like it is my role and my responsibility to society to come out with a coaching course on how to get proposed to, because If I can do it, so can you. No. Like, I'll just keep it to myself. I kind of wanted to comment on her video something sassy, but like I didn't. But like I'll go back to this because this is like my compassionate response and my like what I also believe. And I've said this many times before here. It's kind of like sometimes my answer to everything dating relationship is like, it's just kind of random. Sometimes you meet that person and they propose to you. Like sometimes you meet your best friend and that happens for some people. For some people, it never does. Or it takes a long time and you don't really figure it out until you're like pushing 40. And that's okay. Like it happens. But then it's like, it's all about the energy and the auras and like being healed and like loving yourself and like being able to, if you love yourself, you'll be able to love someone else and they'll be, you know, it's all the things. But like I said, I could do like a how to be, what would the course be called? Like, how to see what it is though. Here's what it is. Any girl can get a man, or no, it's like there's a quote. It's like anyone can get a man. It's about keeping a man. And then that's like the difference is like keeping a man around and like, what are you doing to keep him around? I don't know. To me, it's like very basic and very straightforward on what to do, but like maybe not for everyone. That's probably why I should start a course. So cool. Again though, I will go back to, I think it's like sometimes you meet that person and they're it, and sometimes you don't. I feel lucky and blessed in that way. Like literally he's my best friend. It's like such a weird, like it's been a year and almost 2 months on the 17th. I'm counting. Like, it's crazy. That's not a lot of time to know someone and call them your best friend. But like literally after like a month, I was saying that. So, all right, that's it. Love you. Thank you for being here. And hope you enjoyed this. And I will talk to you. I think I said I'm going to end the episode 3 times. Okay, I'm officially ending the episode. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. Whoa. Very intimate. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I will talk to you next week. Bye.